Hi everyone, today let's try to solve few of the shapes of the projections of planes. Usually we have triangle, rectangle, square, circle, pentagon, hexagon. These are the shapes that we have on projections of planes. Now let's try to draw these shapes one by one on the sheet. For that, we'll set the sheet to A4, uncheck the background, save as default and click OK, and then click on fit. Now we'll draw a triangle that is an equilateral triangle of sides 50 mm. So for that I'll start the triangle from here. I'll specify the length as 50, enter, angle as 0, enter. After that again I will specify the distance as 50 and I will specify the angle as 120 degree, that is the exterior angle as 120 degree, enter. Then again I will take 50, enter, but I'm not going to specify the angle right now, but I'm going to try to touch the other end. See here the lines has turned red, then click out there and the line has to discontinue. This is one method of drawing of an equilateral triangle. Another method is I will start the line from here, 50, enter, place it here. Make sure you have this alignment indicator always ticked up. So now I'll keep here, I have these dotted lines. After this I won't specify any of the angles, just I'll specify the length as 50 mm. It will take the angle automatically. See that you can see that 120 degree. Press enter once again and try to connect the other end here. This is how actually an equilateral triangle is been drawn in the drawing platform. And what if the condition we have an triangle resting on one of its sides? So for that the same method will follow it. So assuming we have the xy line here, okay, this line has to be normal. XY lines are usually drawn in normal line, and then we'll take the line, visible line for the triangle, resting on one of its edges or side. Now I'll draw the line downwards, 50 mm, right? 50, and I have drawn the line downwards, that is minus 90 degree, enter. And now if I specify, I have without specifying the using the alignment indicator, I'll just type 50 in the length, and then I'll give the angle as 30 degree. See here, I've given the angle as 30 degree because inside you get an angle of 60 degree here. See here. So, and if I draw a line out here, this is the dummy line. If I draw a line out here, here again you have an angle of 30 degree. So total it makes 90 degree. So that's the reason why I gave 30 degree. Now again from this end to this end, if you join it, you have to get 150 and 50. This is one method of drawing resting on one of its sides. Another method is I'll draw a line of 50 mm now, 50, enter. Then by having the alignment indicator, see here, this particular triangle is actually causing an hindrance. So for that I will delete this triangle. Then I will start from here. From here, alignment indicator. Then specify the distance as 50. It will take the angle automatically. Enter, and then connect it out here. This actually completes another method of drawing the equilateral triangle resting on one of its sides. Now I will delete it. Again, now let's try to solve resting on one of its corner. Now 50 mm, enter, angle is minus 90, and alignment indicator I'm going to take it and I'm going to find the center, then specify, enter, 50, enter, and connect here. This is how a triangle resting on one of its corner is been drawn. Now we saw how to draw the triangle. Now let's try to solve or try to draw a square. Usually it's quite easy to draw a square. We'll take a line that is from here, 50, enter, keep it for 0, angle, then again place it here, 90, 50 degree, 50 mm and 90 degree angle. Then again here, without even taking the alignment indicator, by just with the alignment indicator I can specify the length as 50 and 180 degree as the angle and connect here. This is one method of drawing. Okay, now what if you want this particular triangle, okay, or sorry, not the triangle, the square, resting on one of its sides? There are two ways of drawing it. So corner condition triangle I will try to draw, square I will try to draw. From here, 50, enter, and I will specify the angle as minus 45, enter. Again I won't specify the angle. See here, directly with the alignment indicator you can see the symbol, the perpendicular symbol. So directly click on it and it will finish it. Even here also, see here, it gives you the perpendicular symbol. Click and then finally click out here. This is the easiest method of drawing resting on one of its corner. Even you can draw it bit easier, the corner condition, I will delete everything and I will draw it once again. So from here, 50 mm, enter, angle as -45, enter. With the alignment indicator, see here, I'll just specify the length as 50, it will take angle automatically, enter. Again here, same as 50, enter, enter, and then join. This is the corner condition square that we draw. Now, let's try to draw the pentagon. So what actually the pentagon is? So it has an interior angle of 108 degree and exterior angle of 72. Now, pentagon, to draw pentagon, I will draw the length of the line as 50 mm. The initial angle is 0. And here, the exterior angle is 72. I will specify the angle length of the line as 50. But now, when I give the angle, I have to give 72 degrees. Next, after this, with the help of the alignment indicator, with the center position, I lift it up. I am not going to keep it below, I am going to keep it above, and then give the length as 50. It will take the angle automatically. What if I kept the line below here in this way, and if I specify the length of the line as 50 mm, see where it goes. See, it comes down. So this is not the condition that we need it up. Then alignment indicator onto this line and specify the length as 50 mm, enter, again hit enter, and then connect here, and you should get 50 and -72 degree. This completes the pentagon. Now if we want to rotate this pentagon, there is a method of rotating. Click on the select tool and select the entire shape, and here you can see this arrow. Inside that you have the option of rotate. Click on rotate, click the pivot point and the point to be rotated, and see here it rotates. Here you have the option of copy. When I click this particular copy, it generates the copy. Actually, see here, it generates copy, and when I uncheck it, the copy option, you can see it doesn't make a copy, it just rotates with the original one. See here, this is the condition where the pentagon resting on one of its side corner. So now what if I want to draw a pentagon resting on one of its edges directly? So assuming we have the XY line, here in this way, we'll change the line to normal. We have the XY line here, we'll change it to visible. Now 50 mm, 50, I'll place it here, and again 50. The interior angle is 108 degrees. So when it comes down, it should be -18 degree downwards. Then alignment indicator at the center, give it as 50, enter, and same as alignment indicator onto this, keep it more than half, hit enter once again, and try to connect here. From here till here, you should get the length as 50 and angle as 162. This is the method of drawing the pentagon resting on one of its edges. And if you want to rotate, you can use the same way of the rotate option. Click here and tilt and place it wherever. And then when you have this entire pentagon pink, place the cursor on any one of the line, click and then drag it out. You will have the pentagon moved out. Now let's try to solve or draw the hexagon. For that there are two conditions, resting on one of its sides and one of its corner. Now we'll try to draw hexagon resting on one of its corner. We'll take the 50 mm, assuming this particular line as the XY line. Now here 50, enter, angle is 0, yes, 50, and enter, angle is 60 degree, because internal angle of the hexagon is 120 degree, so angle is 60. After that, again I won't take the angle, just I will specify the length 50, enter, and we'll move our XY line upside, little bit up. Now after that, again see here, with the alignment indicator, it's quite easy for us. Rather than measuring or typing the length, you get the 50, enter, here again 50, enter, and lastly when you join it here, you get the 50. This is how a hexagon resting on one of its corner is being drawn. I'll delete it, and then we'll draw the hexagon resting on one of its sides. for that, we'll take the line from here. I'll draw 50 mm straight downwards, another 50, and here the angle is 90 degree. 90 plus how much it gives? 120. 90 plus 30, it gives you 120. So minus 30, you are going to give the angle as minus 30. And here with the alignment indicator, I'll give the length as 50. Enter. Again here, I won't specify the length, but alignment indicator gives you all the dimensions. Just click, and here again I'll specify the length 50. Enter, and then I'll connect it here. This actually completes the hexagon resting on one of its sides. Hope all the shapes have been done.